Let there be. Let there be realization for everyone. Welcome to satsang, which brings joy and peace. So you are always at the right place, no place. And that creates all the places which appear. And our habit is to particularize one place, one location, one something, and to believe I am that confined into that, you see. So that confusion can go. That is the message of the wise, and obviously it's true. The confusion will go. The appearance probably remain as it looks. I say probably because things also disappear in it if it is linked to the anxiety of search and all that. But the confusion goes. How? Not confuse yourself for something. For some quality, for some experience, for some feeling, for some concept. And that is maintained by I am somebody and I'm searching for liberation, and so I will be liberated. No. I am somebody, I'm searching for liberation, and abruptly or not, I understand that it is when there is no more I taken for real that there is natural realization, which is always here. So it is not an attainment of someone. Someone wants to reach there, and with great discrimination, with hearing the what's real and what is not real again and again, he will reach the point where he knows I is too much. I have not to bring I in liberation, and that is liberation. And I is just an appearance. That's why I can speak of it, while I cannot speak of the true nature of things, of what is in reality. But I can speak of I. Help me to speak further if you like. Otherwise, silence is also a great talk, but there is no silence if there is a memory stored somewhere, taken for real. Yeah.
So there seems like let's call it an inner wisdom that even can sense that I in the world is too much.
Yeah.
And even though it's clear that that movement is unpredictable, you cannot be in charge of what goes on.
Yeah.
Still, this inner voice guides
Yeah.
in a way to even lessen the I of the world. not just realization, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's just what I want to express
Yeah.
to you and see what you feel.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the wisdom which speaks like this. Now you see, this you have to know or not according to what I say. You have to give more quiet time, even having this wisdom, to in order to make what is obvious. When I say that, it will not be obvious as something. It's just, it is called self-realization, so that the realization, the self reveals itself or realizes itself by itself, in itself. Because the wisdom is an expression, it's a wise expression, and yet it comes because there is that which we cannot describe. We may say it's wisdom, but that which includes everything, so that there is no more something like illusion and reality. Even though sometimes that voice of wisdom comes, oh, it's samsara, and that is enough, but not as a practice. Yeah.
Because even wisdom can be arrogance if it's believed in as a...
Wisdom can be arrogance if you take yourself for a wise man. The man should go. But the proof is, you see, there are many excellent learned pandits. Pandits means more than learning a subject of the world. It's learning about that subject. And they are not necessarily and often not realized, because there is this arrogance, I know, and my mission is to deliver that. So I is a bit too much there. Even though in both cases, let's say, the arrogant one and the non-arrogant one may appear the same. Only one has no mission. The one who has no arrogance has no mission, because he knows too well that in this appearance there is absolutely no control. And it's not up to even the talent of someone to decide anything. What will happen if your book is lost in the traveling?
Hopefully I will remember some of what you said.
Memory we can also lose. So it's urgent to live what you write. Huh?
Was that a question?
No, it's an order.
Can you
then it will be less funny. The book you will lose. You can lose. There is a risk. Your memory you can lose. There is a risk. So it is urgent that you make it your being. Yeah? When?
Now?
Now. Then you don't need your book.
Maybe not. I am losing my memory, so I write in the book.
Yes, yes. It's,
Are we supposed to lose the memory?
it's all right, but it is all right in time. And then you may delay like that up to you die. At some point, you have to have the same fear. I'm losing my memory, but I can also lose my book. And then what I will do? Huh? What you will do? Because this, it's not to be kept indefinitely up to you die. It is to swallow, no? To swallow the menu. And where will you do it?
Pardon?
Where and when will you eat that menu?
I am eating it now, but I am also keeping a copy of it.
Well, I cannot.
Maybe it's a bad habit from going to school too long. I don't know.
It's okay, don't say anything now.
Ganga, to me it seems that the person is very much a problem, and you know it reacts, and it's like a monkey. And as you say here, you cannot always control what it does.
Sure.
And then there is like when I say to myself, when I then say that it's not, you're not it, it's not it, it feels like it's like a higher authority person saying this, or you know, this negation.
Yeah, the person who goes to wisdom school, yeah. The good student of wisdom school.
Yes, but still, okay, but then I am aware of this, let's say, this monkey guy and higher,
Okay, this
and aware of this battle,
You
and
are aware.
then you know, going more inwards, saying that is not it.
Yeah, but
That
the
is-
importance is I am aware now. I am aware of both.
Yes,
Where are you? If you are aware of both, why you still go into wondering and questioning? You could keep quiet.
yes, yes. I keep quiet there.
brighter.
Today is my last satsang for this time, and I wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
And to ask if there is anything that I need to remember
Yes,
or
sure.
take.
You may not go into remembrance, but if you remember, at least remember that to honor what I am, I'm not going to bring my mind all the time with me.
I cannot bring my mind to honor what I am.
Exactly. But even you can have a life like this. You see, one thinks he can live only with his mind. No. There is also the love not to always live with the appearing mind, even though there is nothing wrong because we know it's an appearance. But it's important to dedicate also some time to the lover, which is yourself. Yeah. Yes.
So my question now is, so many questions.
Doesn't matter.
I understand now the self and the mind, and I choose to play with the mind, and I choose
Okay. You start to see clearer. Yeah.
But now, if you call it, I don't know, the soul, the essence, whatever word you want to call it, the true self, where did it come from? Who put it in the physical body? Because now I want to know about God or the universe. What happens when we die? Because I understand what it is now.
If you understand, you know that it's just an appearance which is born and will disappear.
And then what?
Huh?
And then what?
That's it.
That's it?
Ah, but that's it.
Maybe you get another physical body? An appearance?
But this is the thing, if you attach yourself to some form like desires or attachment or some concept or idea, oh, I still have to fulfill something, probably that shape takes another shape to fulfill those things in another birth with other circumstances. It's a nice explanation, you see, so far. But listen, we are speaking now about the appearance which makes us search something else. So let's not go there. If we see that any appearance, and why not to start and to finish with the one in time now, oh, this is what I thought I am, or I still think I am, and I hear I will not be confined in one shape. Let it be any shape it has, like even emotions or concepts. I don't confine myself because I know that that makes me search, because that gets so unsatisfied. So I'm searching. I know, I hear about the self. That's what I am. So those questions about this, they have no much roots. Huh? It's like passing clouds. You will not ask why this cloud is passing now. It's just a huh?
Where does the soul go when this passes and the clothes are finished?
But when you realize, means that's what you want to hear, you don't go anywhere, because you don't place yourself anymore in the born body, so in the dead body. You don't place yourself there before, since you realize that while alive. So you don't go anywhere. You stay where everything is ever.
Just without the physical form.
Hmm?
So you stay just without the physical form?
Just what?
Without
Without.
the physical form, so you just stay?
But what is the self? It has no form. It has all forms, but it has no form.
So it can stay in no form?
But you already. It is your substratum just now. That's how you can speak.
But when this one dies, because it's not real, it won't last very long, what happens after? Where does it go?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. As when you realize the self, nothing happens, even now. What the happenings happen to the body-mind. It depends where you place yourself, you see. One places himself always as the Son of God, or the parcel of God, or the parcel of something, or the dust of something, a photon of something. We go to reduce, but still there is something. But that is the trouble. A something creates separation, creates a search, creates the desire to unite, or to unite again, or to be satisfied totally, and so on. It is due to this identification with a big thing or a small thing, it will be the same. So it is urgent to hear. I was never a parcel, a photon or something of even God. And I will not even say I am God, because it's too much of a description. I stay there where I can't speak.
Ganga. Then if we die to the mind and the memory goes when we're here, then how do we function in the world if we're not sadhus?
Don't you think that the self itself is so intelligence itself, that its expression is intelligence itself? It takes very much care of itself. Don't worry about that.
Without the mind, without the memory.
With the mind and with the memory. But no more taken for real. It will not be like a phantom, no mind, no memory, no blood, no desires, nothing, just a little cloud. Do you see Buddhas, Ramana and Papaji like that? No. No. It's imagination of the mind, because he understands in a certain way, always the opposite. Oh, we were sensual, now we are totally extracted from sensuality, and so on, of course. And then it will look like, the mind understands with opposites. And that's why it is absolutely undescribable. And when it is described, look at the paradoxes. Yes, you have no shape, no form, it will never be, and yet this shape, this form will function even better than before. Paradox, you can't understand in the mind. So don't worry.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Great. Great. A great given up. Wonderful. And yet you will have to pay your bill by the end of the month and so on. That is true. You see, the search creates separation. So we only can imagine or conceptualize in terms of separation and union. It is not like this in truth. It's not like this. So realize, because you will not know before what it is, how it functions, how it doesn't function. If one drops, for the sake of realization, the belief that the life should happen this way to serve the search for realization, it will not work, because the self presents always in a different way, in a way we didn't think of. Sometimes it doesn't look even great, but it's the best. It's the best because you always learn something you would not have learned and you needed to learn, and so on, or to burn or whatever. So one has to develop an amazing trust that if you search for reality, for what is in truth, somehow it will take care of you, not the way you thought, but it's taking care of you. And so there is whatever presents itself, probably you have to live the way it presents itself. Looks sometimes, as I tell, challenges, but then if there is a spark of, a trace of arrogance, it has to be challenged. And the self as the chic, you say that in English, the chic, the
Chick.
the chic?
Chick.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, the chic to... the chic to present challenges, but still which helps you to survive or to live, to burn more quickly, and this one forgets, to burn more quickly the arrogance which would otherwise remain probably very long. So, you don't know how it works? It works. Yeah. And I know what I speak about. So you see, it's a difficult path because there is no practice. It's more difficult than the path of practices. It's because here it is a life affair in showing up in a way that it is the practice to free oneself. I don't know if I put it in a good way, but the practices given are more easy and absolutely non-efficient. The self-inquiry, it has a practice, but it's not seen because it is shown up in the life, challenges or whatever, you see. And this is a practice to go through, to learn the lessons of the indication to your own self. And it's very efficient. Yeah.
I'm so touched by what you say, and still it's a feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Let you yourself touch even from where the touch came.
Ganga,
Yeah.
does the self hold any value?
What do you mean exactly?
The human experience through the senses,
Yeah.
emotions.
If it gives value to that? You mean that?
Does it value life over death? Does it value all or nothing? Does it care more for one or another thing? I think not.
Not. It's not a person. Huh? No, it has no meaning, this. Yeah. It has a meaning for the one who asks, for a person, but it has, this question doesn't arise from there.
also rising is an image.
Jana,
Yeah.
To honor what we are,
Yeah.
and not bring the mind with us,
Yeah.
with me. It seems now that I understand, and I want you to tell me if you agree with that, is that it means that self-inquiry is not so much a question of this question, who I am,
Yeah.
but also dedicating many moments in the life to see real, to see the self.
Yes, of course it is the
In
same.
talking with you, in gardening, in walking with a person, and,
Wait.
without being a practice. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Maybe I didn't understand you, but it's true that self-inquiry may be done in a different way than who am I. Okay? But you see, if you start to take the company of a bird or of a person and all, where it leads, it leads to a relation, to an experience. The indication is not the same. Unless you mean you dedicate time not to be with the mind, and while walking with a person or a bird or by yourself. Is it that you meant? I don't think
I didn't
so.
say like this, that's why
No.
it's not the same. No. For me, I don't know, but for example, normally we are talking to person, to object, to shapes, and sometimes it seems to me possible to stay maybe without mind, and to move and to address, to have a relation with, I don't know, somebody,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
buy something like that, like not addressing, not living, not regarding to the person, only
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the person, but to something that is more deep.
Oh, but that you are realized when you, then what is the life while alive? The realization while alive, it is that. Huh? You realize, you know, you are what is, and the life of this body-mind, of this person, particular person, has a life. And of course it will talk, it will not talk, it will do things. And you never depart from what you are in reality. That is a kind of description of a jnani, of a person realized while alive. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to tell you. I see for me self-inquiry is not only a question. This question is in all life.
This I will not agree.
Okay.
I agree in a way that you describe the life of a realized one. Now, when you seek, when you are a seeker, you need to be one pointed to the root of your so-called drama of life. That's why you search. And the root is I, is the person, is I. So, to dedicate a moment without the mind, it can be in any circumstance, I agree, but it will not be by speaking or by, it will not happen that way. You need a moment of completely cut off from the person itself, imagine. You see, in Zen they say, when I am hungry I eat, when I am cold I fetch the wood, I see the grass growing, those things. But this is a way to describe not the seeker, and it's not a way for the seeker to reach enlightenment, but it is the description of an enlightened one, how he lives. Consequences may be this way, but it's not a way to, it will be a very long affair and confusing as a way to realize. That's why I insist so much to be one-pointed. Not to bring any object with oneself. I don't know if we understand each other.
I can bring maybe some more detail. For example, when I am in Intermarché and at the cashier, I can be only a person talking to a person, yes. But when I open like I don't know, something like a space behind me or in me like this, not addressing to a person.
Yeah, but you describe what you live. How did you reach there? Satsang is to show how to reach there. You know? That's why some are silent because they know it and they don't have a question anymore. But a satsang is not for the realized one, except those who are realized. They may love the subject, they enjoy it. You see. But the words expressed, it is to indicate the shortest, direct way, at least this kind of satsang from Papaji and Ramana, the shortest cut. There are other ways to show, but this is a shortest cut. That's why it looks abrupt, difficult. The mind rebels a lot. But it's the shortest cut, at least before you die. Otherwise, you see, how long it will take. How long it will take. So for a few it doesn't matter, they have also a beautiful life like that, but for a few, which was my case, and I am not the only one, the thirst was such that it had to happen. It had to happen before dying. For me, it's like an operation with a laser without anesthesia. who wants to come? Those who don't know it will be like this. And once you know it's too late and the wisdom start to be there, yeah, okay. Otherwise, you see, the mind, it can invent, is very clever. Imagine it's the expression of the self after all. It can invent sideways, looking so perfumed by the self or so spiritual, and yet you are not realized. Even if you take my case, it's mad. I was young, extremely fiery, I can say, for that, not for something else. I was at the proper place. I had the luck to live with my master, and look, I'm not a good student, but how long I took, because my mind presented understandings, always more appealing and more attractive, to avoid the real operation. You see, the mind is so clever. Yes. So I think I am not agreeing with you.
So what was the real operation?
There was no escape anymore to realize. So no escape. So you have to see what after all was the weapon which served me all these years, or which was given by my master, and you apply it without compromise, without any romanticism. Clack.
Was it a moment? Was it?
A split second, to speak in terms of time, yeah.
Can you describe?
No,
No.
this is a description. It's to wake up, you see. Wake up. How long you do to wake up? How much time? Anyway, it was just to say that the mind is not to be listened to, but not as a style of life. To, of course, as you love someone, you have to dedicate time for that. But the most important will be the fire, that it's now, because I cannot do much more differently. It's now, because otherwise I may not have another chance. You know, that urgency. Yeah. If you have no urgency, you know, one is cool with oneself. Especially when you reached at the place where you find, oh, I can be helped here. So another delay. Okay, I'm in good hands. Yes, but it's not enough also. Because the good hands they also leave, you see, at some point. So you have to, it's you, too, it's not your realization, but it is your realization. It is the one who searches, who wants to free himself. When it disappears as a concept of reality, then it is the realization. Very funny sentences, but it's a good sign also. Cannot express. You see, it has to be your fact too. It's not the fact of someone. This is the thing. And when you still, and it is already 99% won. When you know you are in good hands, this is it. This is where I will be helped. 99% won. But the poison of that person left. It's because then now I'm left with my own real desire to realize, and that the guide cannot help me for that. It can help me up to there. That is the even half of a person. Yeah. You are left alone there. You are left alone there. But what a blessed life to be already. You see, it is unique phenomena on this planet. To be where you can trust, where you know it speaks and it will lead you where you want to be. The phenomena.
Ganga, it's scary to let go of the mind, you know?
No, you let go a lot during one day and you are not scared.
It's like a blank. It's like a blank page.
You think so? You think so? You say that afterwards.
It was like my tool for survival, you know?
Yeah, but let it remain for survival. But here, if you want to know your real nature, you don't need that tool. But you are already it. Probably you forgot. You are it, you see. But you are busy with this survival thing. Don't worry. The mind is meant for that. But you don't need to believe I am that sense of existence. No. You are more than that. You are what creates that feeling.
Ganga, I see that the mind can present itself being quiet by being numb or something like this.
You are not it? Doesn't matter? Why let him play this way? Are you it?
No.
Okay, take it.
You know, even though it is not a practice, it seems to me also when the mind is so strong, it seems like somewhat of a practice, like
No, it's much harder than practice. Sure.
well, yeah, you are right. That's why I was like more like a boxing game or whatever.
But that's why everybody prefers practices. Of course. Then what? The fruit of it is incomparably
Yes, yeah.
more. I don't know what to how to continue my sentence. More something than any fruit of practices, which are still in time, that is subject to loss and absence and whatnot. So then what? Yes. Then what? This life is dedicated to what? To senses only? To concepts only? To feelings only? Some like it, but
No,
in
I'm
the
saying-
end one gets so tired of suffering and meaningless that really how long we will do that.
This is what I'm saying, that why can't I just and that's it.
Yeah.
Why is it coming and coming?
But it will. Why you want to impose your law? It has not to come back, this mind. This manifestation is because of this beautiful compassion of the self to express itself, we run after the self. Isn't it? So let it express itself all the time. Who cares? Just know that your real nature, the one which is never born, is always there. It will not be visible to your senses. It will not be felt by your emotions. It will not be objectified by your mind. So don't listen to your mind and keep quiet. But surely habits have been so strongly swallowed, imposed, and confirmed by all the world that it looks like the mind is the king. And smarter you are, more admired you are, and so on. It's false value, fake values, actually. It can still be there if one is destined to have a destiny in the world with that. But first realize, because you see the hell which the mind carries is not worth to go there again and again. And if you don't think so, you have not been enough in it. When you have been in it, it's not worth to suffer again and again. when by birthright you can be freed from the mind. It will appear, it will disappear, that's sure, but freed from confining yourself to the mind only. Be tyrannized by the mind, yeah. You see, it's your birthright to extract yourself from the so-called endless obligations and whatnot that disappearance creates. This body-mind will continue, will respond to its circumstances, but it's your birthright to identify with what is. It's funny to say like that, doesn't matter. And then all this will be understood as unavoidable play till you die. And the play is dual. So there are sufferings and pleasures, but they don't have roots, you see. They don't have roots. They bite without roots. They bite the body, the emotional heart, maybe less the ideas. No root. We are freed from roots. So, nothing, let me do.
it still seems that I'm somehow looking for authorization that the feelings that come, and it's a long engraved thing in me that you also have to look at the feelings because of what they bring, what things come up.
It has to look like a feeling?
No. There is something in me that has been long taught that you also have to look at these feelings. That come up.
But this is another part.
And I understand, and I'm just still like, I really want to drop this, and it seems like I really have to
so hear it more.
Hear it more. That
hear it more.
Drop it.
Yeah. It's another part. So.
Yes.
But in the life, there is nothing wrong to follow your feelings, knowing that it can bring you this or that. But if you feel you are not realized, if you want to realize what's reality, this is not the path. You see, it's very difficult. How can I make it clear that if you dedicate a moment completely radical, without touching all what you love and believed in the past and so on, and then, okay, after this we go for a child, there is a life attached to this body-mind, what to do? It is like this. Just don't worry. Behave normally. Oh good. A friend, oh nice. A feeling for more for this one. Oh, very good. But it depends if you have this solid background. You see, that's why I say, come to satsang, introduce satsang in your daily life, because then there is a wisdom which at some point say, okay, this is in time, there is no way, there is a life attached to this, and if it is not natural to me to be in a cave, it's like this, who cares? After all, I hear it's unreal by nature, but then you have to dedicate a moment also, again, to cut off from all this. And it doesn't take time, but you have to do it. Because it's not a style of life. I don't ask you to be feelingless, senseless, and so on. It's not a way to live. It's not a way to live. It is artificial. It will not work.
I guess the problem is more about the feelings that are the troubles of the person that come up, feelings of...
Sure, understand. But then you see, I'm not this. Negation. Negation then can be great. This you can apply everywhere, do whatever you like. And then dedicate a moment to just be yourself. Because, you see, there is no special attitude in this life which will help you more to realize yourself. And I don't call it an attitude, the thirst, the weapon given in satsang to realize yourself. That's with you in any attitude you have in life. That's with you. It's not an attitude. It's your weapon. Or if you are more tender, you can call it, I don't know, it's your... whatever. But it's constantly your tool. Okay. Tell me how you will call it in secret. Thank you.